Bro, turn that shit up, man.
11.
Here we go.
Number 11.
Marsaw, Ottochian, Bayliss. Draft Mob starts now.
Number 11.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Boy.
Let's go, Pace.
Oh, man.
We
Listen,
got a
Mike
guy
Zimmer
with
is the
great
best
general.
thing to happen to us in this division.
So you know that Washington wouldn't be involved here. With the Giants aren't going to gift them a quarterback.
Don't be surprised if teams trade up for offensive linemen.
I mean,
Adam
there's that.
Schefter reporting quarterbacks still on the board. It's time for one to be traded up for.
Here we
Chicago's
go.
trading up.
Yes!
What?
Oh my Here it is!
Schefter just reported.
Here it is!
Oh, baby.
Let's go!
Oh.
Here we go, baby! Come on,
Adam
Mac
Schefter
Riley, we
just
got a
put it in.
quarterback. Mac Jones, baby! Come
Oh,
on!
man.
Riley, I'm sorry I loved you. It's been great.
Here it is. Here it
We've got
is.
some
You're
lovely
going to
party
New
gifts
York,
for
Riley.
you.
Oh my God!
Bears are on the clock with the Giants. I called that too.
And now official. Here we go.
Oh.
Let's go, Bears
boy.
fans.
Oh my God.
This is what we've been waiting for. This is it right here.
If it's Mac
Sean
Jones, you
Slater,
gotta be
come
ready.
on down.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Cars, don't ruin this for me.
Please.
If they make a fucking trade for an offensive tackle here, I'm going offline. I'm going offline.
Either
Okay,
one
so-
of these guys, I'm gonna be happy with.
Meanwhile, listen, my favorite podcast outside of the Football Guys Network is the Tape Never Lies Network, which is Phil Ottochian and Shane Marsaw and their Bears folks. Oh my God, what a great podcast. That's fun to be a part of. I'm sure they are losing their mind right now with the trading, but we'll see who the pick is. They liked Mac Jones too from studying the tape, but I bet they'd be happy with Fields here too. So
It is Justin Fields, by the way. The pick is Justin Fields.
Sweet.
Tonight's gonna be a big night, Phil, Shane, and the group.
It's just,
It's gonna be Justin Fields.
Let's go. The
I'm
entire
putting
family
that
was just
mojo out
outside
there.
of the living room.
Balled
We
out
did
against Clemson.
We
Ball
did it.
Out.
Here we go. The pick is in.
Oh
The
my
pick is
God!
in.
Let's go.
Is it Mac Jones or is it Fields?
It's Fields.
Is it
I'm
Mac
going it.
Jones
I'm
or
going
Fields?
it.
No one read their fucking tweets.
Oh,
Let's
I'm
just
not.
react.
God.
Here
Shut off
we
the
go.
chat. Shut it off.
Yeah. Dun, dun,
Round
dun.
and round and round it
Dun, dun,
goes.
dun.
Good.
Take it off. Take it off.
Screen. Get those
Take it
off the
off.
screen.
Don't get Shane mad.
Fucking
now.
waiting forever for this. We got
Give me the fucking keys, you fucking cocksucker motherfucker!
I know it. I know who this is. We know it.
TV queued up.
it's
So we will
official.
hear-
Chicago Bears select quarterback Justin.
They had to get a quarterback.
Go check mommy.
They
Make sure I'm
had
not
to
too
get a
trouble.
quarterback.
Oh,
There's a suitcase at the bottom of the stairs, Daddy.
Barlissimo,
Oh,
get
shit.
on the tape. Draft Mob just got fucking amazing on
I don't know.
Oh,
Draft mob.
man.
We're breaking down Justin Fields
Wow.
on
I'm
Sunday.
turning up my volume.
Wow.
Go check on me.
this is.
I got to hear this official.
Announcement for Dallas.
You did it, buddy.
It is official. It is official.
That's all. That's all that matters.
Look at this guy.
Oh,
We deserve it.
Buckeye.
Lord.
The Buckeye.
Somebody's
Wow.
getting a great fuck.
Can we
Steven,
get the
can I
Ohio
enter
State? We got a quarterback, baby!
They did it.
What the fuck? Listen.
Tell us. We're waiting.
Keep Rodgers. I don't
Coming for you.
I don't want any excuses. I don't want any excuses. You know what? And I don't know if Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy wasn't there when the pick was made. But if Ryan Pace is now looking back and saying, like, you know what, I should have gone with Deshaun Watson, who people kind of forget, like, how great of a quarterback he's been. Patrick Mahomes, who's really benefited from being in Kansas City. If he looked at that and said, like, I want to rectify that mistake, that is perfectly fine with me. I know people like Mac Jones, and I think that he could be a good NFL quarterback. But I've been of the mind that Justin Fields went out there and proved himself in the Big Ten in big moments. He beat Trevor Lawrence. I want to start running. Let's start going through that tape now. Yeah. Him smoking Trevor Lawrence and talk about how good he is. And now we finally get the quarterback who's fucking pissed that everybody was passing him up.
Yes.
Drafting. You want to go? I hope every time we play the San Francisco 49ers that Justin Fields throws for 500 yards. I hope he is so pissed every time he's playing against one of these bum teams. Broncos, Panthers. Who else needed a go? Detroit. You could have had him, Detroit. I hope Khalil Mack shoves Penei Sewell so far up Jared Goff's ass, and then Justin Fields comes out and leads us to victory. Yeah. I just want it.
You want it, I want it, baby. Day 2. What are the Bears gonna do? Day 2 of draft coverage here on the best network on the planet, covering the Chicago Bears, starts now, baby.
Don't be bullshitting anybody. I'm telling you right now, you can't be. Because it's going to show right up in that film, boy. The tape never lies.
Collaborate this. The Tape Never Lies network coverage of the NFL Draft starts now.
Now, with the 43rd pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select.
You want to go embarrass yourself with this thing? Embarrass myself, my family, my children. My mother can hold her head up in any neighborhood in this city when she walks down the block.
Mark, are you sure about that?
I'll make him an offer he can't refuse. Forget about it.
It's the draft mob, the draft mob. It's the draft mob, the draft mob. It's the draft mob. We on the job. Block boys show respect to this thing of ours. It's the draft mob, the draft mob. It's the draft mob, the draft mob. It's the draft mob. We on the job. Block boys show respect to this thing of ours. Yeah, it's DDP and the smartest man with the draft analysis for the Bears fans. And Bellissimo mobbed up like Peaky Blinders. The tape never lies. Draft prospect finders. Draft analyze this, draft analyze that. We need a left tackle and a quarterback. It's pace trade and other fans are waiting. It's the off season. That's the only reason. It's the draft mob, the draft mob. It's the draft mob, the draft mob. It's the draft mob. We on the job. Block boys show respect to this thing of ours. It's the draft mob, the draft mob. It's the draft mob, the draft mob. It's the draft mob. We on the job. Block boys show respect to this thing of ours. Chicago Bears, old mafioso. We need some earners, wide receiver burners. Pace better find them players, mentors. Cause we need more offensive scores. Our rivals all swimming with the fishes on the lake shore. You seen it before. Ryan Pace, the free agent signer. Tell Nagy leave his playbook at the Greek diner. It's the draft mob, the draft mob. It's the draft mob, the draft mob. It's the draft mob. We on the job. Block boys show respect to this thing of ours. Yeah.
Forget about it. Forget about it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Draft Mob's Sunday. I don't even know what day it is. We've been on every single day. As my wife has pointed out, I got some old glasses on, I guess. I don't know what I got going on here. But I mean, talk about talk about a reality of truth on this network right there. That from Adam Rank to Shane and his son, it never gets old, does it, Shane? It just never gets old because we've dealt with this. You know, this is part of the reason why we built this network. We dealt with the bullshit and the narratives and the stat boys, blog boys, all that because of that one position, quarterback, that eluded us for so long.
And dude, we talked about this for so long, and I mean, this is bigger than football. I'm going to put this up for everybody to look at. This is in Kennesaw, Georgia, the hometown of Justin Fields. And when I'm talking about the social relevance of the Chicago Bears' new quarterback, this is way beyond football, and this is where it's a game changer. This is what is down there now. This is at his high school. That's the mural on the side of the building.
Wow. Stuff
like that spreads. That is impactful. That's what I'm saying.
No doubt.
This is a complete overhaul game changer for this franchise, Phil. You talk about, all the hours and all the work that everybody here with our crew has put in, but this is why it's worth it, because
absolutely
our basis is football, but we're trying to make an impact beyond that here with what we do. And this is exactly what the new quarterback in Chicago is doing. And hopefully we can ride this wave together moving forward, because this Chicago Bears just became relevant away from football on Thursday night. I truly believe it's a game changer that way, and don't undersell it, because you're going to notice it. You're going to notice it moving forward.
I think Angelo put it best.
Pure bliss.
It's pure bliss. It was pure bliss. There's no doubt about it. We've been on the air. I think, Shane, what was the number that you had? A total coverage.
Yeah, we're going to go over the 30-hour mark.
30 hours of live
coverage from
analyzing, laughing, crying. There's been yesterday I broke down in emotion after watching that intro, and especially after we got a left tackle. Don't let anybody fool you. There's reasons why Ryan Pace didn't say it's so fucking
Phil,
these blog boys are so fucking dumb. But anyway, I can't.
It got solidified. They have a month to figure out what they're doing with Leno. I mean,
Leno. We gotta honor my dad, Leno.
Charles Leno. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to one up your dad, because we can change his name now to Levo, because he's going out the fucking door.
Well, today we are going to be breaking down Justin Fields, obviously, but Shane and I, the co-founders of this network, we've added to the network pieces of the puzzle as we embrace family. And I think one of our users yesterday in our last day of coverage said it. There's no other network, and this is the truth, that includes and interacts and embraces their fans to do the best coverage ever. And part of that is taught to me by my dad, because you surround yourself with good people and you'll see energetically all these other good people gravitate like a fucking magnet to it. And that's what we're trying to do here, because we don't turn a blind eye to bullshit. Shane and I have kicked patrons out. I don't want any money. I don't want dirty money. How about that? We want real people.
We gave the money back.
We gave all the money back. Get the fuck out of. We don't want that. You're gonna come in here with you're mistaking bigotry for politics. There's no politics here. I don't give a shit. I love everybody. If you voted for Trump, I still love you. I don't give a shit. If you voted for Biden, I don't care. Whatever. You voted for fucking the guy with Greenpeace, the hippie. I don't care. I do care about people. And there's no place for being a bigot. Just don't. I don't care. That's my rant on that. But this guy is a part of the family who stands up to that truth with us. And I got to thank this guy for not only being a part of the network. When Shane and I reached out to him to do this, we were looking at helping me cut tape, and I need somebody that has a similar processing and motivation, that loves this game, that cuts tape. We might not agree on every prospect, as you know, but the reality is he's still going to see the big picture and see exactly what needs to get done. And he's a great person. He checks those boxes. And this is a family show. He's a father, and his life is very difficult, raising twin boys that are autistic. I can't even imagine the daily grind this guy does. So without further ado, let's bring on the B in Draft Mob, M-O-B, George, the animal, Bayliss. How you doing, George?
I'm good. I was almost going to get emotional there, but I'm British, so I don't show emotion in public.
But John Bradley told me that. He's like, you guys, I love you because you guys could show your emotions. Over here in England, we're not allowed to.
We have sheds for that sort of thing, so we just go and show our emotion there. So.
That's where George went last year when they took Cole Kmet.
That shed got destroyed last year. But you know what? He won me over towards the end of the year. He improved that rat running that I was worried about. And, he improved in all facets of his game. So you can only, props to Cole Kmet because, proving me wrong and sort of showing me that he can do it. So, well done him. But, you're very kind, both to give me the opportunity and also for those words. And I really do appreciate it. And just to be able to come on, none of it means anything if my wife doesn't support me in what I'm doing. So she's been an absolute trooper in sort of looking after the boys and caring for them and all the rest of it. Life is what it is. It's not one of those things where you can just put down your obligations. But to be honest, being able to do this, being able to help give perspective to people on just this little avenue of life, football that we all love, that sort of raises my boats a little bit. It gives me a bit more sort of verve and vigor in life, just being able to sort of to help and to show, not show what I know, but to help people learn what I know and what I see. And that's what I see from you guys as well. And that's why, when you gave me the opportunity, I jumped at it. So
I'm so
thanks.
glad that you're a part of it. Obviously, I wrote everybody a thank you over the last 24 hours that has been a part of this network. And I want to thank you patrons, whether you're watching live now or later, for all your support and doing the Chris Jackal Be a Friend, Tell a Friend. Now, I'm not going to introduce this guy with this long intro today because we got a lot to get into, but I want to show him something because he wasn't able to watch the live coverage of the draft. So I want him to see his son's reaction to a certain offensive tackle.
No. Give it to me.
Did we trade
Chicago
Anthony
Bears at number 39.
Hold on. I want to play it in the radio.
Let's go, Jenkins.
That's confirmed from Adam Schefter also.
Give me a tackle or give me death.
It's got to be. Well, Phil, real quick, before we do it,
I'm getting nervous.
You're giving out position players, and we're moving on from shitty quarterbacks. So we're going to bring out. You're giving out.
So that's part one.
Offensive tackle, Tevin Jenkins.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh
wow!
Man. Oh,
I knocked my microphone wire out. That's why you don't keep hearing me yell.
The guy that was projected to be at 20 for the Bears.
Oh my God!
There's one other part you got to hear me right here.
Give it to me.
Did we trade Anthony
Bears at
I guess.
Give it to me.
It's not there. But anyway, Alex is going to cut the part. I'm like, I'm in heaven right now. I'm in heaven.
Everybody's emotion. If you go back and look
there
at it, there he is. Hey, Coach.
Coach.
Hey, Coach.
How you guys doing?
If you go back and look at it, look at Kenneth Davis too. I mean, you see the pure joy out of his face. Greg Braggs is like, "Who's Tevin Jenkins?" And then everybody's going crazy.
Me.
Yeah, right.
Just to show the fans, I'm not gonna play this whole clip, but this was after Justin Fields. I'm on our buddy Sean Sierra's show, and
available for the Bears in the second round.
Well, Tevin Jenkins is my number one tackle. I think he could play left tackle. He reminds me a lot of Trent Williams with that size and that tenacity that he brings to the table. There is not a more physical football player on the offensive line in the entire draft, in my opinion, including Sewell, than Tevin Jenkins. If there was an opportunity, I know people hate giving away, but if you get somebody like Tevin Jenkins, all of a sudden the identity of your offensive line, that toughness, you get an Olin Kreutz type of football playing personality on that offensive line that is so amiss of that. There's talent interior on the offensive line, but there's no offensive tackle, presence like a Jimbo Covert was, that he's coming to work and it's going to be a fight, and he ain't
bad
taking
freaking mood.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have that. We got Charlie soft as puppy shit Leno out there, and I like Affetti. Well, there you go, Dad. So you knew one. I wanted to give you, because we've been working so hard, all of us here, the four of us, giving the tape the truth, giving the tape the stage, and pointing out, as well as teaching some people. But to have these moments, Fields and Jenkins, we could have ended the draft there, and I'm the happiest guy in the world.
I said that last night to multiple people.
And the fact that then they go back and get this nose man from BYU that I fucking loved, and I'm like, I need a Samoan. I've been saying that.
You need a drink.
Yeah.
I got a
Phil,
drink
real
last
quick,
night.
friend of the show, Matt Waldman, his guy Doug, is it Farrar or Farrar, however you pronounce it? Yeah, he had Tonga as his interior lineman number 5 overall.
As part of the process, when I was looking at Zach Wilson, he was jumping out on tape as a nose tackle.
Yeah.
And he's not just a nose tackle either. He reminds me of Vita Vea.
Yeah. He's I'm like, listen, he probably has some, because he's older.
Yeah, he's going to be
on that mission. He's going to be like 24 or 5.
He's 24. I think he's going to be. I think he turns 25 this summer. But it's 7th round. That's where you draft those
7th
guys.
Round.
Cleveland
drafted
a
fucking passer.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
he plays like a grown ass man. I know that.
Oh my god!
Cleveland drafted a 28-year-old quarterback in the 1st round one year.
That's right.
Brandon Weeden.
Weeden.
Yeah, it's
oh
unbelievable.
My god, guys! I don't know. Some people. This season was the first time they discovered the draft really through this network, and that's been the utmost compliment, because we're actually covering these guys, planning, and to see guys that we broke down and made that we thought, especially quarterback and offensive tackle. I mean, from Bears Hour Live, Dad, when you first came on the shows after the games, and we're all baffled how Leno keeps going out there, because listen, politics is playing into that, and we just didn't have any time for that. And now you get your left tackle, you get your quarterback, and those are the 2 huge pillar pieces of any offense. You got to be, and then they come back and get this fucking right tackle who's 6'6", 335 pounds, and can move and is an athlete. And you see that what Shane was saying, football players, all starts up front. They're watching this network. There's no doubt we on this network, Lemuel Stinson, the former Bear, said they're watching you guys, because you're held their feet to the fire, because all these other little blog boys are writing these articles. And the stats say he had a good game. Let me get my Adam Sandler. What's it was?
Phil,
that's what they're doing, right?
Real quick, look at this picture of Tonga, and you tell me this guy's not a Chicago Bear.
If you show a picture, this guy has the most muscles in his face, because when he smiles, every muscle in his face is smiling. He's got he looks like a giant.
If he smiles, his hair disappears behind.
He's a Samoan.
Yeah,
he's a Samoan.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
we got some fans from Samoa, and I was going crazy for the USC safety and this kid. We didn't get the safety. We got a right tackle, but we did get this nose man. You talk about Eddie Goldman not being there. This kid, I cannot wait to see him. I cannot wait to see him.
Yeah. Those Samoans, boy, they're warriors, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They go through
a mock Samoan.
It's a matter of family pride. You know, you're not tough. You get a beating from the old man. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. We are going to be breaking down all of these guys on one way or the other, either through film, the DDP series, or coming live here on these shows, breaking down the tape. I got to shout out my boy Chris Harold, who has been nothing but a freaking true believer in this network and a true friend. I got so much respect for that guy to give me my paints. He's given us all our paints by helping us out with these all 22 looks and everything. So shout out to him. Anyway, there's so much to get into. We wanted to give my father a look back as well as all of you to show. And obviously we're going to be promoting this shit all next week on the work that we did when it was finally uncovered and unveiled. Here we go. The Tape Never Lies Network stands out for the work that we've done. And it wouldn't happen if it wasn't for all these guys, my father, and everybody in the chat, all you patrons. So I really thank you. And that's all I could say. We could get into the tape. I think Shane wants to show this before we break into the tape, right, Shane? This is our starting quarterback right here.
Yeah.
Fields with a handoff and slicing through.
Look at this guy.
Long strides looking for the end zone. Touchdown.
Jesus, can you get a more carbon copy of Mike? Can you get a more carbon copy of Mike Glennon right there, Phil?
Remember that play last year where Nick Foles got out in front of a running back?
This guy ran almost 58 yards to get in front of the guy to make a block there. I mean, I remember Donnell Wolford hustling all the way across the field to get Barry Sanders down at like the 6-yard line when I was a kid. And John Madden kept playing it over and over. And it wasn't about Barry's amazing run. It was, look at the effort on Donnell Wolford. That's why Madden was so great, because he understood the football player, not the moment, not the big run. It was the football player's effort that stood out. And right there, that's the fucking shit. That defines someone's character on that play. He didn't have to do that. He could just stand there like Jay Cutler with his arms folded. And be like, all right, get it. Oh man, hopefully Cutler was probably like, I hope they get him at the 6 so I could throw a touchdown pass, that's probably that's the difference right there. You know what I'm saying? It's not about stats for this guy. Unbelievable. If you're a Facebook user, you might have to go over to StreamYard.
Oh, you might not have to. You definitely
have to. But you might have to do it again if you already did it. Just so we could see you guys.
Well, it's the last time a comment of yours is coming up unless you do it. So
right.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. The Draft Mob's told you, go do it.
Go do it. Dad, you witnessed it. Obviously, before we get into the tape, your thoughts on the Bears getting Justin Fields and Tevin Jenkins there to start it off.
Well, as soon as they started and got him, I was thinking of you, how happy you're going to be. I mean, I was thinking that New England had a shot at him too, because this guy is quite an athlete. There's no stopping you. You're going to be, your offense is going to be so diversified right now with this guy playing. I'm so excited for the Chicago Bears. I'd like to see them in the Super Bowl. Yes. I really would. And it's going to come. You got the defense, number one. You got a great defense. And all you needed is some consistency on offense. And you're going to get that. Because this guy is going to make bad plays good plays. You understand? He's going to.
Got some examples of that today, Coach.
It's exactly right. I know it. He's such a great athlete. And he's got a strong arm. He's got smart. He's very smart. You know that. Yeah, I was listening to his interview when he received the draft, and he was talking, and I said, "Boy, this kid's a sharp kid, but he looks like he's a quiet kid." You know, he's not that party guy. You know, he's not a guy that tells jokes or anything. He's serious. He's going to be serious about the business he's at hand.
Yeah, his father's a former military guy and former cop. So he said he came from a very, very structured life, and he said if I stepped off the path, my father corrected it real quick, and that's something that's going to stay with him for the rest of his life. But Coach, listening to you talk like that, you know, Justin Fields, I think what is great is he's two things at the quarterback position. He is a guy that you win with, but he's also a quarterback that you win because of. And Chicago hasn't had that in forever.
Very good, Shane.
Forever.
That's a very good point.
The thing, context of last season of Justin Fields as well, he elevated that program. The receivers he had were the worst he had in the time that he was there. You know, he had Olave and then not much else after that. And he basically got them to a national championship game on his own back. Him and the running back, and that was the two that sort of got them there.
Well,
but
what I saw in Ohio State last year, he's a pocket passer. He's not looking to run. He run because he had to run. That's the big point. Because you can't have an offense and put this guy in jeopardy. This guy's too valuable to lose. So you want this guy to learn how to slide and get down. This is the NFL. Yeah. This is not, you know, I'm playing at Ohio State now against Michigan. This is not it. You got to get down.
Yeah, you saw it versus Clemson when he got destroyed. And I mean, that's going to be happening on a daily basis. I mean, on a play-by-play basis in the NFL.
Yeah, so you got to be very careful, and it's got to be. He's got to understand that. But he can run. I mean, there's no problem with him running. He can see the whole field. He knows how he can get 30 yards on that play before he slides. You know, that's what he's got to be taught. He's got to slide. He can't be being a running back.
I've got some examples for you of that Clemson game where he slides, one where he doesn't. And I think he learned his lesson in that game. It's fairly safe to say.
Well, I think he moved up in the draft because of that play.
Right.
Because he played hurt the rest of the game, and he showed his tenacity and his courage and his character. I mean, that guy was unbelievable. I mean, I was a fan of his then. I really was. This is a great. You don't get to see that. This guy's hurt and he's playing like this. Most guys would have probably packed it in.
That's what I decided to go for the context when I pulled 12 plays for us today, and I've decided for context for that purpose to show the Clemson game pre and post injury because
you're going against the best. You might as well show that film. That's the best.
Yeah, and you don't see a drop off in his play realistically. Yeah. I mean, it's just ridiculous how well he does.
No, he took that next he went to that next level because I think it actually made him focus in more. I mean, if I know Phil's not a basketball fan, but you look back to like the flu game with Michael Jordan, he got sick as hell, and then he ended up playing one of his best games ever because it just made him focus
Payton
more.
Had the flu.
Exactly.
He broke the single game rushing record that day.
But that's part of being an alpha.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's part of the process with that.
I want to thank you, James, for becoming a patron and your kind words here. You taught me a lot about football. You were a calming source every week when you broke down the tape. I'm a new patron subscriber, so thank you, James.
Thanks, James.
Welcome to the family, James.
Welcome to the family.
Welcome, especially on Draft Mob. Welcome to the family. But the reality is, let me just say this. We haven't had that moment, and I know Matt Waldman came on the show on Friday night at the end of the second round. We had so many. If you didn't get to watch the draft shows, I know they, kind of become like historic in those moments. There's so many moments, and with freaking over 30 hours of live coverage, it'll be impossible for me alone to pull these highlights. So I've called upon people like Berlissimo Tucci, Alex Acevedo, Shane, and everybody to clip these things because I, without a doubt, will go down fighting and swinging. Fucking knocked out a brawl. Will knock out anybody. The reality is
they knocked themselves out.
Yeah, they did. But the reality is so much information. yesterday, George supplying with Shane, and I'm listening. I'm on this network and I'm listening and entertained and informed and felt so confident in people representing, because when you're not there, they represent you. It's like a head coach being sick. Now his assistants got to step up. That happens. And in this world, especially with COVID and everything like that. But the reality was Matt Waldman just talking about Justin Fields, talking about that electricity that we've never had, that walked onto the field, that you would say, hey, this guy has that. I'm going to win this game. We haven't had a quarterback do that. This is the best quarterback we've ever had over McMahon. Because like I said that night, I think you were there, Dad, when I said it, McMahon was always hurt. And McMahon obviously was a different kind of character, tough as hell, great football player. But this guy is a difference maker. And I think Adam Webb said it. He's quiet confident. He's got a mission to go, and that he knows. And I really believe that picture right there, his unique style with the high top fit, the high top fade and everything about this kid reeks. I'm going to show everybody that fucking passed on me. And that's that Brady clause, I call it. Tom Brady to this day is still harboring that motivation, probably every morning.
He's got a bit of that kid and play thing going on, hasn't he? So.
Yeah.
Tom Brady just
it's called the Zach. That's the Zach Pearson haircut.
But anyway.
Something I enjoyed yesterday was giving people a bit of a taste of what this network is about and how we are so different to everyone else. Larry Borum, we didn't really know that much about him, yet within 10 minutes of him being drafted, our tape guy got us the tape to us. I uploaded it. We had it on the coach's eye, and we did a breakdown for 15 minutes of actual focused, doing that live on the fly on a draft show. I mean, not even the NFL Network does that. They've got cut-ups which they sort of pull for each player.
They have about 45
seconds.
People that have already, they have all these assistants, APOs, assistant producer organizers, and they have these titles. All right, I need film cut up of Jenkins. I need film cut up of Graham. I need film, and they're all on this, so they have it all prepared. So on draft day, it's up. Not this. We're going live. Breaking. George, you did a great job with that. Even I was like, we got the tape already, the all 22. Got to shout out Chris Harrell for getting that to us. It was awesome.
A legend.
He is.
I just realized how much of a degenerate I am as I'm listening to you guys talk. I'm just, living in this moment, and I look up at the TV and I'm rewatching the draft. And I'm still getting excited because I'm like, ooh, pick 7. I know the Bears are coming up here soon. It's crazy,
Shane, I hate to say this, I've already done 4 mock drafts for next year.
Yeah, I saw one last night, George. Tampa Bay Trey from Draft Network put one out, and I didn't give 2 shits what players he had going. I was interested to see where he had the Bears pick that's going to the Giants, and he had the Bears pick coming in at number 12 next year. So he has actually the Bears regressing quite a bit from 8-8, and I don't see it. This is a good roster. Quarterback was the number 1 problem. Offensive tackle was the number 2 problem, and they addressed it like champs.
Yep. I can't wait to get into Justin Jenkins. Obviously, you all know Tevin. I always say Justin. Why do I do that? Who is Justin?
Because
Jenkins?
we've been live for 30 hours the last 7 days. That's why.
I do know Justin Jenkins, but listen, that's fucking hysterical. Justin Fields, Tevin Jenkins. That's where it's coming from.
That's right.
That's exactly where. But I know someone named Justin Jenkins. Anyway, shout out to you, Justin Jenkins. You did it for us, I guess. The reality is, oh my God, I'm so excited. And we're going to break down. We're going to try to get every
Should we get into it?
Yes. Let's get into this. Live again, Sunday Draft Mob. You patrons only that are subscribers, as we joked, be a friend, tell a friend, 23 cents a day. We have people that are working on this network that are supporting us. Again, it's like it's supporting us. It's not like you're paying us. It's patron is a whole different animal. But anyway, let's look at this alpha quarterback.
So hopefully we're teaching some of our patrons some of these looks now, and what the actual formation can tell you about the coverage pre-snap, because we've got two tight ends down here. But what we also have on the field is this guy who is a cornerback. So having a tight end on the edge of the line and having a cornerback there tells you it's going to be some form of zone. What you do have though is two safeties. So it looks, is it too high? Well, we're going to get some motion. So what's it telling Justin Fields? This motion that comes across. You see him coming? So we see him squeezing the linebacker, squeezing the safety to replace deep. You can see this guy started deep. This guy was up. And what we're going to see is as the motion comes past the center, you see the linebacker switch. We get a motion coming across to the tight end here. This tells us it's cover 6. Cover 6 is a cover 2 half field and then man the other side of the field. So we'll let it roll, and let's see. Justin is watching what's happening. You see now he's just taking a quick look. You can get the right tool up. He's taking a quick look at this safety.
Mm-hmm.
This guy here, that's his ID. Let it roll. Okay, so off the snap, where is he looking? He's actually looking the other side of the field, and now he sees this safety approaching the middle of the field, this one driving up to this guy. So we know this area of the field now is going to be vacated, but he has to wait. So does he sort of start staring Kellen Mond-wise? Does he start staring at this area of the field? No, he doesn't. He's still looking off. He's still looking off. And now this guy is coming free around the edge. He's on and out. This safety is coming up. But you can see this cornerback is off and over the top. So that's his read. And now, see the wind-up? In terms of having those studs in the floor that Austin Carter and Samuels was talking about, well, there it is. There's the plant. That one motion. There's that one motion. Look at the zip on this ball. Into Olave. Look at the separation from the nearest defender. Olave is good in space. Imagine Darnell Mooney in space.
George, would you agree with me that he's got the biggest arm of the quarterbacks that were available in the draft?
We are going to see some examples. I mean, it's interesting to see whether him or Wilson, to be honest, because those two guys really can launch the ball. We're going to see some 60-plus air yard balls, which I can't describe to you how difficult it is to throw the ball that far. But again, just watching. So in terms of watching the head, what I want you to do is to focus on where he's looking. See him swap over. Now he's IDing that safety. You know, the one with the long hair.
Mm-hmm.
So where is he going off the snap? He's looking down the center of the field. Now he's looking left to look off. In terms of resetting his feet, because he knows where he's going already.
Yep.
To Olave. But he has to wait for that safety to clear. That's why you get that little skip step. But in terms of motion then, there's that plant foot. Nice, not overstriding, just a nice upright leg. And in terms of motion, whip, it was one motion.
He's going to get a hit here under his
and he knows it. He knows the man's coming through, but he has to wait for that guy to clear.
And he put his helmet right in his rib cage.
Yep.
And that's the difference. Look at that ball. Look at how flat it is. I mean, look how quickly it gets past the defender. Defender's trying to jump up and touch it. It's already past him.
I'm just telling you, because you look at a quarterback, and when you bring the ball back, a lot of people criticize, because I want the ball here and deliver over. Here, deliver over. You could see here, he's here. He's embedded, and that's fine. I would teach here, he's here. See it? So now it comes around. But his point here, what George is saying, if it's around, is it fluid? Because he's already got this, like riding a bike. He's learned how to ride a bike. So this was one of the things of why I put Mac Jones over him, was because of this role. in that split second. So people are going to worry about that. If it was this, if he wasn't stepping in, if he rolls, then steps, if it's one motion, you're not going to worry about it. Drew Brees does this roll a lot.
It's very Carson Wentz like. Carson Wentz has that elbow, and then like what you're talking about. But it's definitely something. Yeah, it's definitely something that they're gonna have. I mean, this is what Flip does, though. Phil Flip came in, he got Wentz a little bit more comfortable with this. But I mean, this is Coach brought it up early. The quarterback coach is going to be absolutely critical here. And if they're starting off with Dalton, that's going to give him some added time to, if they want to work on some of these mechanical issues. I don't want to call them flaws. They're going to work on
those. They're going to work on those this spring, starting yesterday.
The certain elements, the certain elements of motion that we just saw, which is exactly what Austin Carter-Samuels actually teaches. In terms of the motion, he's okay with you carrying the ball and it being one motion, as long as it's one motion.
Exactly.
It can roll, but it's got to be one motion. It's got to be fluid. It can't be clunky. You can't have clunky. It's got to be. And if you're going to carry it there and it's going to be one motion, it's got to be a fast one. We saw that in that throw, but his back foot is the issue for me.
Everybody has a different way of throwing the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as you don't drop the ball down.
Exactly.
Like Tebow. You could tell Tebow could never be a quarterback in the NFL. And Belichick wanted to make him a tight end, and he decided he wouldn't do that. And what is he doing now with Urban Meyer? They're making him a tight end.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. He should have been a tight end. Because he's got the heart and desire to become whatever he wants to be, and that's what he should have done way back when.
I agree with you.
He can't drop the ball down. He can't.
Yeah, he doesn't. And to George's point, the roll is okay if it's one motion. And Rick, I saw. Is it Rick or was it Chuck? Somebody asked, "Is it to him playing baseball?" I, without a doubt, believe so. Because you look at the baseball. It's the same thing. See that when you isolate, so you're rolling forward. Now, honestly, I'm sitting in my backyard. I can upload a little bit of Tate, my son. He's 7. I got him here. Put the ball by your ear. Got him here. Put the ball because your head travels with it. Now you got it. Boom. That's where your strike. Now you step. Your hips are the things that are getting that ball distance. And I learned this. Throwing, I always tell the story. I became 6th grade. I became all-time quarterback because I was breaking everyone's noses, legs. We're playing tackle football. They're like, the parents are like, no more tackle. I'm like, screw that. I'll just play quarterback so I don't hurt anybody because I was a wild man. But anyway, once I started throwing so many reps, it'll start just going and you just feel that release. Here's 3 over the top.
Okay, so this is something that is a coverage that I believe that they took from the Chiefs. And the Chiefs ran this against Trubisky and it confused the crap out of him. And he threw a very near interception. And there were 2 safeties driving on the ball. It is a cover 3, but it's a disguised cover 3. So in terms of disguised cover 3, so what do we see?
You see motion and man. That's
but a delayed trail.
Right.
A delayed trail. Linebacker coming up, he's coming. He's definitely coming. And safety now. We see this safety driving up. Now,
George, can you pause that real quick right there? Before we move off of this, I want to just so it's easier to see it sometimes. This is what I was talking about. That there's Carson Wentz, and you look at the way that he's holding that as he does it. Right. And now look at Justin Fields. This is what we're talking. It's, you know what I mean? It's very, they're very, very similar there. Now that with Justin Fields, that stuff with Justin Fields there, that's got to get fixed.
Yep.
I think some of that is actually an angle of the photo as well. Yep. I think the arm isn't necessarily as behind him as it is in front of his body.
Right. No. But I'm just saying you do see it quite often. He's got that same thing with his elbow that Carson Wentz does. But to Phil's point, that's what happens. Go watch a shortstop throwing to first base. It's the same thing. So it's like I said, to Coach's point, they have a lot of time now. This shit it didn't start yesterday. It started Thursday night.
Exactly.
When pick 12 was on the board. Yeah, exactly. So,
and I'm sure he's been working with somebody. I don't know who. I'm sure all of these quarterback prospects are working. Maybe someone could look that up. Who's his? Is he working with Jordan Palmer?
I don't know.
These guys, you know, they always tend to get into these situations where they're working with these quarterback coaches like Austin Carter Samuels.
He's been working all offseason at the same place as Tevin Jenkins. I'm serious. They've been working in the same place.
News of the day.
So the point they're showing this is this guy's cover three, and what he sees is very quickly he IDs that corner on the boundary. The reason why he's IDing that corner on the boundary is because he's actually opened up where? Is he using the sideline as the help, so showing that he's man, or is he flipped to the inside? He's actually flipped to the inside, and it's an outside release. So that's the reason why he's looking over there. This safety here is driving up. This one is looking at the underneath guy. He's going to the flat. You see it?
Yep.
So now we actually have a route going downfield.
Yeah, that's when you have great speed.
So you see him step up in the pocket?
Yep.
See him step up the pocket? He's waiting. He's waiting. Now it's open. No, it's not. He's coming over the top. I'm not going to throw it. So what does he do? Does he force this? Or does he see this guy? Look at the space. This is knowing where your outlet is.
Yes, that's exactly. Knowing what the threat level is.
You could try that throw. You could try this one here. But it's risky. So at this point, he goes up.
Go to the back.
Go to the back, and the back has got acres of space. Now, what does the back do with it, Coach? He's 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but look at the space. So what does the back do with that minus 4 yard pass?
The 49ers got this freaking kid, too.
And Hufanga.
I know, two of our favorites. It's Trey Sermon, the running back. But to George is showing you guys, you see me all the time when I'm showing you Trubisky. You have to trust in knowing that, or thinking that Trubisky at that time, or any quarterback the Bears have had, understands the coverage. So when you say understands the coverage, that means you understand what they're showing you and what your guys are supposed to go to when you get that look, because that's every play is designed to attack coverages, and you have to adjust. If someone's beating you with their zone, you have to figure out how you're going to attack their zones and find those windows for quarterbacks to throw. It's up to the quarterback then to step up in the pocket, as we've said a million times here, and deliver and know, hey, I'm not going to risk this because that safety's coming over the top. Just let it roll, George. Just let it roll all the way through.
He really wants to throw that downfield ball, but he just can't. He just
now
can't.
He turns squares.
Look at that. Look at that turn there.
Now he
turn
turns
your hips, your feet.
Squares.
There you go, Shane. There's that arm.
Yep.
There's the Carson Wentz arm.
But
again, play that in real time, George.
Just go back and play it all the way through.
Oh, it's super quick.
That's what I wanted. Super quick. Not what my wife wanted, what I wanted. Here we go. Over the top. There's where it goes. That's it. He made the decision. I wanted people to see how fast that is, that he had to see that. Play it one more time from that angle when you get a second. He sees that coverage. George shows you the coverage. Even play it from here in real time. Just let it play.
Let it run through.
Yeah, let it run through. The reality is, watch it. Motion. Oh, that gives me a man look.
Trail.
Oh, that's a man look. They're blitzing. It's got to be man. Nope. Steps up, sees it, delivers the outlet route. I'm not going to force that. Now you let your playmaker make the play. That's an A+ decision on a 10, 12-yard throw. That's what you need to do when you're talking and coaching these quarterbacks.
What does Zach Wilson do on this play, Phil?
He throws that fade.
throws that down.
Throws that
Throws that
seam
down
route.
football.
Yeah, he's going to throw that there and challenge that arm. And that's okay. You know, I want my quarterback sometimes to take those deep shots. But in reality, when someone's wide open with off coverage by 20 yards, I would scream at a quarterback to say, why didn't you freaking use the outlet? You're not having to do that with this kid here in the biggest game of his life right here. This is the game that everybody's talking about. Let's not forget the moment. Everybody's talking about him not being able to win the big games. Clemson, national champions. Clemson has a great defense. Can he get over it? He transferred from Georgia. The whole nine.
This was even bigger than just this game. Clemson had knocked them out the year previous. So this was redemption.
Exactly.
This was redemption time.
Thank you. Redemption was in the air. Now Rich, now Michael, now Chris Jackal, Logan and Cal and everybody and Jason, my boy Fajardo. Now watch the tape. See, this is where other networks they're fucking and they hire these little fuck boys and they don't know football. They didn't think, what is this moment? What is going on tape? This is what Shane is saying. It's redemption time. All the pressure's on him. How is he delivering? That's what I want to put into perspective when I'm watching this tape, because it's even bigger than a regular game against Northwestern or whoever.
So speaking of perspective, Phil, we've just seen this is the first quarter of this game, okay? We've seen this disguised cover 3 look once in the game. They're showing it again pre-snap. Now, one of the best tools a good quarterback has are these and where to use them to manipulate the coverage. So let's watch what he does this time. So you see that 3? You see the one safety driving up. This guy here driving up. This one's probably going to go to the flat this side. He's baying and going to drift to the sideline like we just saw on the opposite side of the field. It's exactly the same coverage. This is the off guy. What does Justin Fields do? Knowing he's just seen that coverage once.
Now he's meshing.
There's the mesh. You see him looking at safety.
Pass here,
looking basically. At safety. He's baiting it. He's waiting for it to come open. Now he checks left. Look.
You see someone standing flat foot that corner.
Why is that safety going?
Exactly. With momentum going away, you better throw this ball.
Now the pass is on.
There it is. And pressure's in his face.
So in terms of the ball travel, that's where the ball left.
39-yard line.
And that is where it lands.
To the 5-yard line. 4?
Yeah,
so the 4-yard line. So,
and it's completed.
I can't do that math off the top of my head.
Well, let's just count it. So you've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
So 50-yard ball.
52, 53 yards.
Off with pressure in his face.
Air.
I know people, defensive linemen coming in his face. People, they don't like.
You just have to, don't you, Phil? You just have to do it. There you go. Sorry,
you can just say people in his face. That's all you got to say. You can just take the coming part out. There you go.
People
easy fix.
In his face.
So again, watch. So the reason why is I chose these two plays. It's that same disguise cover 3. This time, he looks off the safety. When I say looks off the safety, going to isolate on him. See him looking to the right. Now do you remember that safety?
That mesh is on the running back. Go back, George, because I'm very technical about shit. He puts it out there. That running back's got to get close to him. He's too worried about this guy maybe being free, but you also have the wing coming down. So Sermon gets a negative on that. The quarterback puts that out there. It's your responsibility.
But do you remember we saw that the deep center safety was driving towards the right-hand side of the field? Why was that? He's manipulating him. See him looking over the right. Now he switches. Too late. Game over.
Look at that step out over the top. Stepped.
Seems nice to have a quarterback that's going to lead a wide receiver like that.
Step
See that
over.
plant foot?
Look at that
All the studs
plant.
in the ground. Look at that toe pointing directly towards the target, slightly in.
You know what? And he's throwing away from 16. This kid kind of just falls. Oh, this is a touchdown because that's where the ball should be.
Yeah.
So because you got 16 coming over the top, you have to throw outside the numbers, we say.
Well, you split.
That's a good adjustment by the kid, but he should have adjusted in his route knowing 16's coming. You're running straight. You got to do that.
On that ball, you split the numbers on the sideline. So,
Exactly.
I mean, it's pretty much perfect where he's put it. But
you'll have a troll when I break down on DDP's 20 whatever minutes of this. Some troll's going to say, well, the guy had, just, you can never, ever win.
PFF or control.
If we don't have haters, Phil, we're doing it wrong. That's the way I look at it.
So
I agree.
So immediately after that completion, we're now 2nd and 10 from the 10. So this is a series after. So the motion comes in, tells you it's zone. Okay, it tells you it's zone because this guy just squeezed into this one. So in terms of watching what he's doing, again, he's looking to the right, the safety over there. Looking back left, it's supposed to be a screen. Sermon there doesn't manage to get out. He gets held. You can see the guard and the tackle going out in front.
Yep.
Sermon's supposed to go on the screen. It's not there. None of these routes are supposed to be open. Everyone's just clearing out and blocking. No one is actually looking for the ball. Fields has nothing to throw to here, pretty much, other than Sermon.
I don't know if it's a screen.
No, it is.
It definitely is, Coach.
It is a screen. The D lineman covered him. You'll see it from behind. The D lineman's covering the screen.
Okay, you see
he
that?
has the presence of mind. It'll be an illegal man downfield if he throws it.
But what does he do? He freezes those two guys by pretending to pitch it there.
Yeah.
Hey, Phil,
Is
my
this
battery's
does
going
it-
low, so I'm taking
Does
it
this
off
guy
and charging
panic?
it.
Okay.
Does he panic? No. Does he slide? Yes, he slides.
He
So
slid.
watch it from the back.
Yeah, the back's
he's-
going to give you the perfect angle here.
Yeah. This really does show you it's supposed to be a screen.
You're back. Here you go. You see the screen. They're setting up. They're
But you
releasing.
can see he's holding him there. You can see right there. He's
55 and 71.
He's already got him.
And both of them, the linebacker and the D lineman, are covering him. Now he's
See that?
sprints up. He
See that little fake just to freeze him?
Yeah, that little. I'm a football player.
That Brett Favre pump.
Yep. Get it going. Attacking upfield. And he slides.
I mean,
dead.
if 55 gets a block there, he's in.
Yeah, 55 misses. He scores.
So
Yeah,
very
he's better off hitting the ground. He's smart.
Yeah, definitely. So literally, so that's play 4, play 5. I love this play. So now it's 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15. The ball's on a 7. I'm not sure how that works, but so what we see here. Again, in terms of coverage, we've got a corner here. We've got a corner here as well. So it tells us it's cover 2.
They're coming on a blitz.
Yeah, they're bringing. They ran a lot of stunts to try and get the linebacker free. Sermon picks it up this time, but the guard, 55, gets beaten.
Yep.
So you see him now. For me,
I remember this play.
he can throw this now if he throws it early.
Or he
But
can
he's
throw
running
the
in-
other one.
He's
on the
running
other
in.
side.
He's coming for the dig on the bottom too.
Yeah.
That's going to be with the rub. See the rub coming on the bottom.
Yeah,
with
that's
5?
where he's looking. That's where I think it's designed to go. Is on that rub.
Yeah. Yep.
But he's looking there This guy's actually open, this tight end, but he doesn't manage to go there because he just sees it a little bit too late when he turns his head around. But you see the position, we've got a 6'7" tight end on their number one corner. So what's he do?
Yeah, I couldn't believe he completed this pass.
Look at that.
There was so much mustard on this.
He's boxed him out, just throw it to the inside. There you go. It's all over.
Watch it from behind. That's where you're going to get the look. You can't. I couldn't believe he completed this ball. This is some mustard on this throw, and this is the kid, Shane, you were talking about, Farrell, right? Tight end. He ended up going where?
Who drafted him? Jesus, off the
fifth round, right?
Jacksonville, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
He's supposed to be
the guy open in the middle right now.
Yeah, but that's what happens. I know he's open, but he's not looking. So he was
looking at the rub over there.
No, the tight end. Look where the tight end. Watch, he never even looks. So if he threw it to him, he would hit him in the head like Cap Boso.
Now he's looking. Look, that's where it turns.
Now he could have thrown it there.
Yeah, but he should have looked sooner. He's wide open.
The tight end
is at fault.
He'd be hitting the back of his pads.
Yeah, I would have thrown it right at his head and probably got picked off because I was pissed.
But what I like is he sees this press body position here, face to face. So what does he do? Just okay. I'm just
watch this throw here.
Put the ball there. Let's put it real time, shall we?
Yeah, that ball throws to the inside, completes it to the tight end.
You know something? I was just thinking maybe we shouldn't change the way he throws the ball. Sometimes
talk about it. Why?
Yeah.
Well, this guy is so accurate. What do you want to change it for? Look how quick he got rid of this ball. He's standing flat-footed right there, and he throws this ball like a dart.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
I don't know how he completed it.
If you go back to the 2004 draft, that was
missile.
That was the big thing with Phillip Rivers. They wanted to change that delivery, and I think initially they tried, and then to your point, Coach, they just got to the point, and they're like, you know what?
I don't think
you got to this point. You were the fourth overall draft pick. You're a super accurate quarterback. You just go be you and do your thing. But yeah,
this kid has been throwing the ball since he's 10 years old, probably.
Yeah. It can be paralysis.
You can't change that way he held that ball.
Right.
There's no way you're going to do that.
Yeah, exactly. It can be paralysis by analysis.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Well, so let's suppose you change it. Now you got to reteach him how to throw it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, his completion percentage over the year, Coach, was 71%.
Yeah, that's what I
mean. You're probably right, Dad. What did I say to Adam? Actually, you're right.
Whatever it's saying, keep it simple, stupid.
Of course.
Yeah, that's right. Kiss.
Yes, we say that all the time.
Context: the ball is on his own 46. That's not the opponent's 46.
Yeah.
So just think of that when you're watching this play. So again, we've got. Do you remember we've already seen this, haven't we? We've already seen this twice. Now it's a cover 3.
I'm gonna put my dad up here so people could see him. I'll be the low man on the totem pole today.
I could see why he had to take a little more time because
these are deep developing routes. So this is what, 7-step drop, George? Yeah, I missed the beginning. I was reading a text.
So it's gun and 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's stepping up. So really, it's like an 8-step drop.
So he's settled now.
Look, he's got a 3-man rush.
I mean,
he's got all the time in the world. You can't make
this is already over as a contest, Coach, because he's facing here, and this guy is seriously fast. So let's just watch him. We'll watch it real time. Focus on this guy and this safety, because that's his man. Bye.
Gee, he threw the long ball.
And there's Darnell Mooney.
62 yards in the air. Now, the one problem with this is, and I'm going to come back to here, is that's an overstride. So this is the reason why, if that foot is perpendicular and not out as far out in front of him, the launch angle isn't up as much, because that's the reason why he slightly overthrows, literally by half a step.
He misses that?
Yeah, but literally about half a step. He just slightly out of reach.
Now this was from behind.
George,
Yeah.
he's throwing the ball 50 yards in the air.
62, coach.
This is
62 yards in the air.
And take that long stride. He needs to do that. Any quarterback needs to do that to get it launched.
Yeah, I agree. I think he has to because of the crow step. To watch how much power he develops in this throw. I mean, and he goes over the top. And it's off by a yard. You don't want to miss that.
That's the ball, and that's his hands. That's how close it is.
Yeah, it's because he didn't put enough air under it. He could have run under it.
Well, that's what he's saying. If he just decided not to go so far, his arm angle would have been at a different. And he threw it up. Give some air under that ball. Again, that's a coaching point.
Hey, Phil, real quick. This isn't tape study, but this is where people are going to have to start eating a lot of crow. We talk about the blog boys and the stat nerds and the analytical people out there that want to base everything football on numbers. Well, there's a guy out there that does analytical work and does NFL draft breakdowns based on historical data, and they can't hate us anymore because look at this. The top 10 best teams in terms of the 2021 NFL draft value based on historical data with the analytics. Look down there who's number one.
Wow. Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
What a draft. Best draft I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
Best coverage I've ever been a part of, obviously, but best draft I've ever been a part of because of what the Bears did. So that's really good stuff.
But you have both sides of the fence.
Right. We got
tape
the
study and the guys with the white tape in the middle of their glasses. They love it too. So like I said, this is a game changer.
Oh
So
my God.
I need a klaxon or something because we've got a dash pass alert.
Oh man, Nagy's getting excited, George.
We got dash pass.
Dash pass. Look at the size of this kid, Dad. Just look at his overall thickness.
Phil, George and I were talking about this.
Look at his thighs.
Look at his thighs.
Yeah.
He's 6'3".
I'm looking at. I remember when we were at Walter Camp standing next to Barry Sanders, and he literally was the same height as me in
5'4".
a suit with thighs that I've never seen ever in my life. They were like, big Steve Edwards thighs.
Right.
It was like the freakiest thing I've ever seen. I was a little kid, and I remember, my God.
George and I were talking about this yesterday, Phil. If you took everything away and you stepped into this and you didn't know anything about Justin Fields, you didn't know his dimensions, you didn't even really know who he was, and you just looked at him in a game setting playing, you just looking at him like right now, it's hard to tell he's 6'3", 230. But I mean, that just it's crazy. He's remember the
third and inches, Dad. No more. Just get under center. Quarterback.
Remember the muscle hamster reference.
Oh, I wrote that down because I loved it so much.
Yeah, we got that at quarterback now.
I love that reference.
So back to the dash pass. I've highlighted the guy that we're going to be looking at here, but what I want you to particularly focus on, that's the route that we're going to be going to. But what we want people to look at is Justin Fields on this dash pass. See the motion come across. You see the exchange though? So that tells it's a half field coverage. Okay, so that motion's come across. We've now got 4 receivers to this side of the field currently. Sorry. 4 receivers to this side of the field with the halfback. This tight end, you see him releasing now, that block? Where's Justin looking? Where is Justin looking? He's dashing, he's still looking over here. He's still looking over here. Now you see Trey Sermon peels back for a block. Why is he peeling back for a block? You see this safety cheating over? You see that brick coming over?
This is a play that I would love to run. We call it dash pass, delay over.
Look how late he turns to the actual receiver he's going to be going to, though.
Well, this play is designed. This is
definitely, yeah.
This is a design play.
Yeah,
it's a thing of beauty.
This is one of my favorite, and this is my thing of Nagy. This is perfect because I didn't know you cut this play. Go back, George, and then run it in real time. So when we talk about plays and personnel and formations, so say we run dash. You guys all know we were joking about it. So you have to have something to counter off of it. Run it, George. This is what great coaching is. Okay, we run dash pass on 3rd and 4. We run dash pass on 3rd and 2. We run dash pass on 4th and 1. Now we go counter it by dash over. Dash over. Okay, now there's a semblance, and this is hopefully what Matt Nagy and them done, because this is completely designed.
Right.
But the footwork, everything, the body, all the fundamentals is
quick straw poll. If this is Mitch Trubisky trying to throw this pass, which side of the receiver is he throwing? Is he throwing it there, or is he throwing it that side of the receiver?
Row two. He's throwing it to.
Bear in mind he's facing that way. So which way is he go? Which would he go? He would lead him towards the sideline, wouldn't he?
Right.
Okay, where does Justin Fields put him? Makes him turn around, but he takes something off the ball. See how he's throwing it a lot softer?
Yeah.
But he's putting it back inside to turn him.
Keep him away from that defender.
Towards the goal line and not out of bounds. That's why he puts it to the other side. Makes him turn around to go back towards the end zone. It's small things like that. The kid is so smart.
Yeah, because he sees that defender creeping off the backside, off of a play that's designed. Look, dash, throwback.
Look at his depth he get.
Oh, he got great depth.
You see the touch he puts on this as well?
Yeah, you could see the velocity angle as well. It goes over the top, puts him in position. Is that same tight end, that Farrell?
Farrell, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was hoping that we could.
We did get a tight end from Stanford. I like this kid.
It's the UDFA. Yeah, have you him right here? Off the top.
He sells that pretty well, to be fair.
How many picks did you get?
7 in total.
We have 7 picks, 7 new players, but now I woke up, I had a coffee, I made my protein waffle, and now I'm here. So I didn't see all the UDFAs, so we'll have to talk about them a little bit.
We can do we'll have it. Like this is Justin Fields Day.
Yeah. No,
we'll get it all covered. But here I'll put up a list for Coach just real quick so he can see just give me 2 more seconds and it'll upload.
Well, should we run this one, or do you want to wait to do the list first?
Yeah, just straight here. There's the official draft class.
You got Justin Fields, the quarterback. You got Tevin Jenkins, the left tackle. Larry Borum, the right tackle.
Yeah,
you got
definitely.
Khalil Herbert.
Running back and
running back. He's the muscle hamster, Dad. Wait till you see this kid. Then you got Daz Newsome and my boy, Coach Eric. He's trying to get him to come on the show with us. His son and Daz are very close friends. That would be great. Another patron's trying to get Thomas Graham on the show with us. He's the corner from – where's Graham from again? Virginia Tech? No. Oregon. Thank you. Oregon. The running back was at Kansas. He transferred for Virginia Tech. He reminds me so much of Dave Meggett when Meggett.
I'll say this about Herbert. He might not even be the best running back that the Bears brought in yesterday.
Yeah, CJ Marable.
I'm telling you what, keep your eye on that.
Yeah, kid. I didn't know this kid. See, I didn't know we got Marable
from Coastal Carolina. He is a dog. Yeah,
that kid is a fucking football player.
He's fast as hell as well.
Yeah, and he is.
I didn't know we even got him.
He is yoked up, and he is a competitor. he's going to play in this league.
Well, let's not put him on our practice squad for the Steelers.
Khalil Herbert averaged he averaged 27.6 yards on kickoff in college last year.
Yeah, I think that's the number one. I mean, right now, George, the way that this roster is constructed, I think that's the. I mean, obviously he's a fantastic football player, but I think that's the number one reason right now why they brought him in. For that ability.
I think both he and Newsom give the punt and kick return options. They nail that down.
Well, Dad's punt returns too.
Yeah, does Newsom? Yeah, he's the punt returner and Khalil Herbert kick returner.
Oh, you said it. You said it. I didn't hear you.
So the reason why I put this
the Samoan at the end, who again cherry on top.
You want him returning kicks too, Phil?
She probably could. The freaking guy.
Well, Larry Borum can play slot receiver, so
he has a
that's right, George. George put that up. That's right.
He did play a couple plays.
I want you to again. We're giving some context to what we see going here forward and the rest of the plays. This is the hit, and the guy got ejected for targeting. Watch the helmet in the kidneys, right in the back.
The next
just absolutely smashes him.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens? Does he stay down? Does he cry? Does he come off? No, this is the backup QB for one play. Little handoff to Trey Sermon. Goes nowhere. Justin Field says, right, we've got a red zone opportunity. I'm not going to miss this. If that's what we're going to have at QB, just handing it off when they know that we're going to hand it off, I'm coming back in. So bear in mind that play's just happened and that hit's just happened.
Is he back in now?
Yeah, and he's back. He's back in, and we got another dash pass.
He comes back in.
And a dash pass.
On dash. I believe he throws a touchdown, right?
Yeah, to Olave, right in the corner.
He anticipates that guy coming back on the back of the cone.
Yeah, he sees the corner is over the top.
Look, he's throwing
the corner is over the top and pressing, so he just throws it back at the cone.
So you see leverage.
Throws it to the flag.
That's
your Allen Robinson play right there. You're going to see that this year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you can see in this, you can see he's hurting him when he's running. Look at his gait when he's running. Bear in mind what we've already seen.
Now, did
that... his steps are shorter and jabbier.
Yeah, I love that. Throw it to the back cone. Anticipate the route.
Placement. Look at the placement on that. Look at the throw as well in terms of that. He's got 1 foot down. It's all up. See it?
Yep.
That over the top, Phil.
Over the top. Over the top.
Look at the rotation on the ball.
I think my father's 100% right.
Play that through, George.
Don't fuck with his arm and his elbow. As long as he's going over the top, I think you're going to be fine.
So accurate. What do you want to change it?
Yeah, exactly.
See if it's taking him too long to get the ball out.
So Coach,
he doesn't have that problem.
So, Coach, in the first half, he had 1 incompletion, which was that 62-yard air ball.
Yeah.
In this game.
Incredible. That's incredible. Against a great defensive club.
Yeah, Clemson.
Exactly. Jesus, they got a great defense there. Hold on.
I think my laptop's about to start losing its cool here. So we've got back-to-back plays here. So again, in terms of coverage, you see we've got these 3 guys again. So they thought they were...
See this guy smile? Every muscle in his face is smiling on it. That's what I was trying to find for
you. He's got sunshine in his heart and pancakes in his belly.
Yeah.
So motion tells us what does it tell us, Phil? What does the motion tell us?
It's zone.
Yeah. One. Well, cover 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, now it is. Yes.
So, but before the play, look at the time on the clock.
27 seconds to go.
27 seconds, second quarter. We're at the end of the half.
End of the half.
At the 40. So they're going to leave the middle of the field open, aren't they?
I hope. Oh, look at him strike.
Right there.
He's right there.
Let's watch the ball in real time.
You're gonna give me that?
Watch the ball in real time.
Sheesh.
Right, we'll do it from there. Watch how fast this gets there.
Look at him. That is you. Watch his back leg kick up. You could see his baseball background come out in this because he's fucking firing this. See that back leg? He is way over that pitcher's mouth. Strike, and I like it. In this case, I like it.
I mean, that's a heater.
Oh my god! I can't wait to see it from the coach's angle.
Yeah, we're going to get that. I'm going to get the play immediately after this one as well.
Watch this.
So again, leaving the middle of the field.
27 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Biggest game of your life. Ball's back. Here you see the tight end open. You got to know that this safety's coming across your face and could steal that. He put some fucking mustard on this.
Yep, he did.
And got it to
and
the
if he throws that, yeah, people will say, it's behind the tight end. If you throw it any further in front, who's picking it off and going the other way?
The kid is and that kid's a freaking football player. I don't even know his name. All I know is the long-haired Samoan safety.
And the tight end does what tight ends do, works his way out of bounds. So next play, we've got 20 seconds on the clock. Handoff goes nowhere. Okay, do we panic? Do we panic? No, we don't panic. So that one goes nowhere. 15 seconds.
Is it timeout now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta be.
I didn't know if the clock was running or is it timeout.
Yeah, no, timeout. So they took a timeout.
You can't. The clock would have ran out.
Both tight ends come across, and no one moved. Zone.
I like how he straight drops here, especially at the goal line. See how he's straight dropping? He's not turning his shoulders. He kept the whole progression in play here. Remember Dan Marino with straight drop, Dad?
Yeah.
This ball is an absolute
look at
laser.
that. That's a dime.
You want to, small windows. You got to throw the ball small windows in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
That's a crazy small window.
That's a touchdown pass.
He checked the box.
That you shouldn't have been thrown.
If I tell you, if he has less on this ball, there's no way. And just what you watch this at full speed. I'm just going to let it play through.
Watch. He checks motion. They slide. Look at him drive over that.
The cameraman can't keep up with the ball.
Keep up with it. He can't keep up with it. The cameraman. I hate when I'm cutting film and they do that.
Yeah.
I yell at them. No one hears it but me. But
Steph hears it.
I hear the Alabama guy.
Jeez, what a throw!
Oh. And there's that kid Farrell again.
Yeah, it's his second touchdown so far.
He went to Jacksonville, as Ryan Cox and Shane correctly stated.
So you remember we had that 62-yard pass that was over, very, very slightly overthrown because he slightly overstrided.
I know what play this is.
Yeah, you know which one this is.
Oh my God! Look at him set over into.
When that ball literally lands on the one.
Watch him step over in the pocket to avoid the rush, and then within it, he's striding.
Yeah.
See that?
He just comes half a yard inside, look, to give himself space.
There's no wasted time there. He knows the situation. I got to step over, deliver, give myself that.
This is the guy. Lane. This is the guy that had that helmet in his ribs.
Right.
In the first half.
He's hurt right now.
But what's critical here too is that he's not overextending himself to get that ball there. That's just, I mean, he's obviously stepping into it, but he's got more juice in his arm to go farther than that. You know, I mean, if he would have had time to unload it farther, it's just
so the difference on the overthrow. Ball. The difference on the overthrow was a stride forward and a long stride out in front of him. Now it's to his side. Look at the plant foot.
That was Look at that.
Look at the back foot. Oh yeah, 13 is really close to that. But his arm's that fast.
Yeah.
Well, let's just show how fast that arm is.
I remember when this play happened in the game.
Yeah.
I couldn't even believe it.
Yeah,
Just
you watch
dropped
that
a
and you're like,
dime.
oh my God, I can't believe we're not going to have a chance to draft this kid. You know what I mean? That's what
he dropped a dime in there.
Is that what you said, Shay?
Oh yeah, Coach, 100%. Yeah, I my entire DVR is full of Justin Fields, Mac Jones, all of these guys, and I mean, before we got to the draft process, you're sitting there watching it, and that's part of being a Bears fan. You look at it and you're like, oh, I gotta have a chance for any of these guys. You know what I mean? And it's whatever it worked out the way that it worked out. But I mean, back in January when the playoffs in college football happened, if I were to tell any one of you guys after the Clemson game that Justin Fields was not going number 2, everybody said, all right, he's not going to go number 2, so he's going to go number 3. Then it's as simple as that. Chicago just got this kid at number 11 because there's obviously outside factors and the epilepsy stuff that whatever.
That just coincidentally
right.
released before the draft.
Could have been Chicago. You don't know. I mean, it's a mean business. But
well, putting a gas mask on him wouldn't work during COVID.
Yeah, right.
I just think it's just that. So,
but here's not to go off of the tape again, but just here's an update. Thanks, Jeremy Plashinsky.
There you go,
Jeremy. Me that. There's the.
Oh, here we go. Scooter. There he is, this Stanford tight end. Scooter.
Speaking of the gas mask, George, Daniel Archibong, Temple Cup.
I gotta check out Stony Brook, Dad.
Yeah.
Are these the guys that you picked up after the draft?
Yes. Snowden is the real interesting one for me beyond the running back Maribel. He's got a chance. I mean, he's got to fill out a little bit, but I mean, this is a guy, George, I think before the draft, you could have easily seen being drafted.
Yeah, sort of fifth round grade on him. But
yeah,
he's a big man too on the edge.
And Houston Baptist, there, the linebacker Caleb Johnson. That's the first player that they've ever had. They've never had a player drafted, but that's the first player that they've ever had sign any type of a contract in the NFL.
You need to take a look at Sam Kamara out of Stony Brook and get Emery Hunt on because Emery spent some time.
Emery's gonna be coming on. Yep. On keeping it 100.
Cervenka is actually a UDFA this year, but he went undrafted last year.
Yeah.
So that's
the offensive line. So look real quick before we go back to the tape. We're going to continue. You look at the positions they didn't fill in the draft. Linebacker, obviously they took Tonga at the end, but they took some kids, some guys that we're going to show you. And I hope we can get some Stony Brook tape. I'm going to make some calls because I want to see this Sam Kamara. I guess Kamara. He's no relation to the running back.
No,
he's not.
I saw that come up on my text. I sorry if you texted. There's so many texts on my phone. And then you look at the offensive line. They got it. They got as George is saying, and Shane, rocked up running back that can return kicks, tight end.
He is explosive, Phil. You're gonna when you check him out, I think you're gonna this is a Phil Ottochian type guy.
I can't wait to see Maribel. I remember seeing him against who did they play?
BYU.
Exactly. I was watching that game with Tate, and I remember this kid. I did not know he was in the draft. So we'll break him down. The Houston Baptist, he's interested. I know a lot of people are going to love, Snowden in Virginia.
So Gage Cervenka wasn't just a football player at Clemson. He started out as a D lineman, and he was 149-1 as a heavyweight wrestler.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's what you want.
You got
that's
an
what you want there.
Guard coming in here that is going to be able to do that kind of wrestling technique. I still remember Bill Belichick taking that kid Neil. He never played football, or he played in high school, but he was just a wrestler, and he made him a Pro Bowl guard. Pro Bowl guard.
Well, you know, we advocated when we were at Portchester. We tried to get all our linemen to go out for wrestling, and it helps. It helps with balance. It helps with leverage. You know, not to stand up. You know, it's really a complementary sport for football.
Your core muscles as a wrestler are much more developed, aren't they, than if you don't wrestle?
Well, they have to be developed because you know you never realize how much energy you spend in 2 minutes.
Does he look like a wrestler to you, George?
Wow!
Look at this guy.
Looks like he's wrestled a pizza or two.
Yeah.
The kid from Clemson.
Yeah, that's the kid.
Last year he went on last year.
I guess he went undrafted last year. He's going to be interested to see. I'm glad you got some guards.
So you see his arms. He's a guard and center. He put up 46 reps.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be some seismic shifts when him and Tonga are fighting in training camp.
There's Tonga.
See that one.
There's Tonga.
I love Tonga's pad.
You better give him the headdress.
Trying to put this tape back on the screen.
The headdress is on.
Yeah.
I hope. Go ahead. Put it back on the screen. There it is.
So in terms of placement, 62-yard ball.
62 yards in the air.
65. Sorry, 65 yards because it's 1 yard short of the end zone.
Boom.
In terms of placement,
that's when Javon Wims drops it.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Javon.
We're combining today. X's with the O's and Draft Mob. We're putting both together, having a great time. If you haven't gotten any...
Hey, boys. Like my sweatshirt.
I don't know why it's...
Hey, boys. Hey, boys.
I don't know why it's doing that, but...
Shut up, Cap.
Anyway, get some swag. Head over there. Grab some swag to represent the network. Let other people know right there. As Alex Acevedo came on yesterday, we're going to be switching up our swag department. There's going to be some exciting stuff, and we're going to be making some instant tees as well, like F the Blog Boys and stuff like that for TTNL. Coach Ottochian t-shirt. We'll finally get the Smartest Man t-shirt, for God's sakes, Acevedo.
So, Phil, real quick before George hits play here, Bill Zimmerman, Sirius, formerly of Sirius XM, sent out a tweet, and it's very interesting in terms of the draft and Ryan Pace, and we know that he loves Georgia, but so Ryan Pace continues his love of Georgia players Riley Ridley, Leonard Floyd, Roquan Smith, Javon Wims, and don't forget Justin Fields started in Georgia. So that's always something to look at moving forward.
He loves those Georgia boys. Matt Waldman said it too.
Imagine how Kirby Smart looks right now, knowing that he essentially ushered Justin Fields out the door for Jake Fromm. Unbelievable.
Well, I know Urban Meyer's happy about it.
Yeah.
So
you don't know the real history behind something like that,
Well, I mean,
Justin Fields was like then in Georgia. He could have been had a thumb up his nose, he didn't want to listen to anybody. You don't know.
Yeah, Kirk Herbstreit.
I don't know that either.
Kirk Herbstreit did a QB 21 breakdown on all these guys, and it really sounds like there was a lot of politics involved. Justin Fields was the hometown kid, the 5-star recruit. Everybody wanted him. He ended up choosing Georgia, came there, and for whatever reason, Kirby Smart wanted it to be Jake Fromm. Jake Fromm got hurt. Justin Fields came in, lit things up, and they went right back to Fromm, and Fields is like, I wanna play. So he bounced to Ohio State. But I do encourage anybody, if you do see it, ESPN has been airing them. It's called QB 21, and he did a breakdown on Justin Fields, in all of the top quarterbacks, and it's about like 30 minutes, and it really takes you behind the scenes. And if you're impressed with Justin Fields now after watching QB 21, you'll be even more impressed. This kid, he's a special person, just like Angelo.
Angelo,
maybe not just like Angelo. So again, take advantage of a safety that's cheating over. So that's the option. See the mesh, safety cheating over to the middle of the field. See that guy? And we're looking left. We're looking left. Both of them are open.
Yep.
But look at the distance he's got. Look at the distance he's got to try and close. He goes left. But see how far in front he's putting it.
Holy shit, this throw. I have not seen this throw from this angle. Jesus Christ.
He knows that the safety just has too far to make up because it's this guy.
To throw this ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's the safety that's got to basically get over to the. I mean, we're past on college hashes. He's past that hash, whereas our other guy is over by the numbers on the other side of the field.
I gotta put this comment up here and give Jackal some. Jackal's telling everybody
whether or not.
Jackal's telling everybody to go sign up for Patreon, and this is a Patreon only show. So thank you, Chris Jackal.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
Maybe you guys should you guys could try to become Bears fans too. That would be great.
let's see how many numbers go up off the back of
it, Chris. Try to be Bears fans too.
Hang on, we've got to double down. We've got to double down. Thanks, Cam.
Everybody here is even. Our girl Cherie is laughing at you, Jackal. It's funny. Everybody here should be. Maybe Jackal's on to something.
I said, "Oh shit, are we broadcasting someplace we shouldn't be?"
Someone snuck in here.
Hey Phil, I got to ask you this.
Yeah,
remember we met those two girls in Cleveland.
Hello.
Yeah.
TTNL behind the scenes.
They were fans of yours on your company.
Yeah, that was on the old network though, so I don't know. They might be. I don't know though. Yeah,
those girls are still with you.
That was at the old network. That's why.
Okay.
So those girls, I don't know.
A bit of ribbing going on. So anyway, let's watch this. Let's watch this throw.
Oh man, unbelievable distance striker.
I mean, that's the halfway line.
It's in the end zone, baby. Jesus Christ. That's when you come into work on Sunday after a Saturday game and you're like, let's just lead off with this play for the whole team to appreciate what you got here. Because this throw, I've not seen a Chicago Bear do in my life. Ever. It's right there over the top. Throwing to the spot. Get there.
That's it. Look, you see how his hand's doing that after he's thrown it? That shows you the rotation he's getting on the ball.
Unfucking believable.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Justin Fields.
Look at that. That's amazing.
What a perfect capper for this amazing weekend. I mean,
is Missouri?
Yeah, that's Larry. That's Larry, the tackle.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear this interesting fact, Shane, that Ryan Cox just sent us?
Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, share that.
None of the Bears' 7 draft picks this weekend were their original picks. 11 came from the New York Giants. 39 and 151 for Jenkins came from Carolina. 217 and 250 came from Seattle. 221 and 228 were compensatory picks, so not original picks. They got them because of free agent losses. Think about that for a minute. Think about that. This is how You got to give credit where credit is due at this network. We've destroyed this GM. We've questioned what he's done. We looked at it from what we had. The paints were given by him for us to critique. Now he deserves the filibuster. He deserves the reality of my truth in saying that is an awesome draft. That is the best draft I've ever been a part of as a fan. Obviously, on this network, this is the best draft coverage ever. But for Ryan Pace to really, and listen, fuck the blog boys. Jenkins is your left tackle, Dad, all day, every day. It's so embarrassing when these guys.
If he wasn't, Phil, listen.
There's no drafting of Borum.
If there was any doubt about it in Ryan Pace's mind, this is what he would do. He'd say, "No, we're going to put the experienced guy with Justin Fields. Let this." Exactly. He made no. I mean, he didn't hide it at all. That Charles on he made no commitment to the guy. You know, he called him very good, but it comes down to $9 million post June 1st. It's $9 million that you gain in the cap by moving off of him.
I think it's $6 million if he's cut now. I think it's
$9 million.
Even if
$9 million post June.
If he was there, he would. This guy Jenkins would prove that he's wrong.
But that being said, George,
he's an animal.
Yeah, you wait to June 1st. You wait to June 1st because that $3 extra million from 6 to 9, that's essentially almost paying for your rookie
draft
pool.
class.
Yeah.
But listen to this. To Shane's point on the business side of things, and this is where these troll, because I saw it last night. Ryan Cox and Shane always get me fired the fuck up. I see these nerd boys putting a fucking, what are those things on Twitter? This is why I quit Twitter. If you go on my timeline, this is why I'll never go back to Twitter, they're putting one of those polls up. Which offensive line would you want more? Leno, Whitehair, and they go down, or Jenkins, Whitehair, Mustafa, Daniels, and Affetti, or Borum. And people are voting on this. With Leno, they're voting for Leno because of all these blogs. I'm like, in what world? Like, this is why I can't deal with it.
It's because they're not analyzing anything. They're listening to their favorite person talk. And if there's somebody out there that's, based on analytics and all of this bullshit, they hear that. So they just automatically assume it's not based on anything factual. It's all numbers.
Let me show you this.
They reckon the turkeys vote for Christmas. So, I mean, that's possibly why they're voting for Leno.
Yeah.
Tackle. Yeah. Let's go, Jenkins.
That's confirmed from Adam Schefter also.
Give me a tackle or give me death.
That's it.
Phil, play that back real quick.
Just you get a tackle. You get a tackle.
It's got to be. Your reaction is classic.
Let's go, Jenkins.
But that's confirmed Davis. Look how excited he is.
Hold on. Watch Kenneth Davis. Don't pay attention to me.
Yes. Let's go, Jenkins.
That's confirmed from Adam Schefter also.
Give me a tackle or give me death.
It's got to be this.
Then this is what happens when we get there. You think this is I can't make you. If you watch a game with me, you will understand. As my dad, I go crazy.
Chicago Bears at number 39 are selecting
Kenneth here. This is great.
Offensive tackle Tevin Jenkins.
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man!
Ryan Blaze say that we're too.
The only thing Alex didn't cut is after this when I get my headset and I go, I'm in heaven right now. I'm in heaven because that's what they did. That's Ryan Pace.
Is that where
Nagy
friend of the show Steven ended the broadcast?
My God.
Yeah, it is.
No, it comes after that. It immediately clicks off after I say it because people have watched it and they're like, dude, you got to put up the part where you go, I'm in heaven right now. I'm in heaven. This is how much we love the team. And that's why it extends outwardly to you guys. I don't try to talk down to nobody. I only keep it 100 about that one line that you don't fucking cross on this network, and that's the bigot racist bullshit. That's it. Everything else is fun. Every jokes, you could joke on me, my height, all of that. Shane, side, pregnant wife, George, mock
Shane, what do you say to
straps.
that one?
Huh?
Shane, what do you say to that comment, Shane?
Oh, I'm sorry, George. I wasn't. Phil talks sometimes. I tune out. What were you saying?
I'm just saying.
No, the comment on screen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Greg.
Oh, exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
the comment
That's
on
what I told you. Everybody is rejoicing, and Greg is like, "Who's Devin Jenkins?" All right, everybody's happy.
I don't watch college football.
I'm just gonna trust Phil.
I love Greg. I love him.
We all do. Otherwise, he wouldn't even be on that show. Trust me, he doesn't know. Watch him in this moment. He's over here on this.
Now on our first 2 round picks. Let's do it.
The guy that was projected to be at 20 for the Bears.
Exactly, Greg.
Oh my God!
This is.
I'm in heaven right now. Comes right there, and then about a minute later,
Phil has the same reaction when we went to Modern Pizza when they brought the food out. He was so excited. Literally the same thing.
I think your Connecticut meetup needs to be at Modern Pizza. I think they need to sponsor that.
I've been
100%.
asked. They did say we could do a live show there at Modern Pizza. So
As long as they feed us, right?
Yeah, just feed us. We'll go in there live and we'll have a lot.
We need that. We need that VIP parking. Because the parking down there.
Oh my God, it's the worst. That's the bad thing. The parking there. You gotta like get there, get a spot. Everybody's moved. They got this like side alley in Brooklyn, New York. Your parking car. Remember that was my fucking transmission. Remember?
Yeah, we were all in Phil's van, and he pulls in there, and I'm like, where the hell is he gonna park? And I look, and there's this little. I'm like, oh, this is gonna end really, really bad. I didn't even know if we'd be able to open the doors, or he wedged it in, but he got it in there. We got out.
We got out. We got in.
And then we waited for 2 hours. But it was well worth it though. Man.
I went to Nice in the south of France, and I had a hire car there. And normally they take you around the hire car and they point out the dents on it. Well, this one, he just basically said that panel's still on, that panel's still on, that panel's still on. And I said, well, okay, that's a bit odd. He said, oh, by the way, when you park in Nice, don't put the handbrake on, leave it in first gear, because they will come up behind you and push your car down the street.
Jeez.
He said,
God.
Don't think it's been stolen. They will just literally put it in gear, and then they can move you forward and backwards.
Oh.
And he said, when you step out of the car on the sidewalk, watch out for motor scooters.
Yeah. You got to watch out for him in Wallingford, Connecticut, too.
Oh, my God.
With a little trailer behind him.
Yeah.
Dad, I remember I was in high school, and I went to this party, and I had the Golf. Remember the Volkswagen Golf that I used to drive
the gold car.
Yeah. So I put it in. We were at this house, and I put it in park, and I pulled the emergency brake. I just pulled the emergency brake. Now the Golf was stick shift. I didn't put it in gear. So some asshole went into the car through the sunroof and undid the emergency brake. And my car, when I came out of the house, I thought it got stolen. It rolled all the way down this hill into someone's yard, and it was against a tree. Otherwise, it would have went right into their fucking house. It was like oh my God, I can't tell my dad about this. Because you always told me, leave it in gear. Put it in gear. Always put it in gear. I didn't do it.
Well, that's not too good an idea either sometimes.
Right.
Because somebody hits you from behind, there goes your transmission.
Yeah.
But I was on a hill, to be perfect.
Isn't the YouTube going to be delisted at the end of this anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about the likes on this.
Not on the Patreon.
Just let everybody know, guys. This is my one. I ask a lot of favors, actually, but this is one of them. Just let people know. I've seen Alex H. I'm trying to think. Michael Williams, my boy. So many of you to name writing in our regular.
Huh? Who's this? Jose?
Yes, we'll answer this in a second. I see you in our regular normal page. Let people that love this game, let them know why they should become a patron. In your words. From now on, I'm just screenshotting them.
Record a testimonial. Just actually record. If you want to,
you can send a video and we'll play it.
Phil, our numbers have improved in terms of YouTube, and we promoted it yesterday of people that watch our content and do not subscribe. We've actually pushed that number up to 69.9% of people that are viewing our stuff are subscribed, but still there's, for whatever reason, 30% of the people that are out there that are watching us each and every day aren't subscribed. I mean, it's a simple click. So that's what we want you to do. We realize
it's not to ask, is it?
Just click subscribe to the YouTube free page. Obviously, this page is private for you guys. This will be on.
Do not share it. Do
not
share.
That's the
one thing I know. That's been a thing. Don't invite people to the all access pages. That
invite them to subscribe.
Yeah, to send them the Patreon link, the tapeneverlies.com. But we've run into that especially on the Facebook All Access page. We get all of that information for people that are trying to get in. And if you send somebody the link to go subscribe there, we know who sent it to you. So please don't do that. You guys are paying a price to listen to this content. And if people have access to that link that aren't subscribed, then you're giving away what you're paying for.
You're just running through the photos now, Phil.
I'm going through to show you all the hard work right there. You guys can take a screenshot of this and share it.
Not bad.
You can do a lot of stuff.
Not bad for 23 cents.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And you know the season around the corner. Obviously, in the summer, we're going to have a lot of fun and we're going to be doing a lot of creative things. I thought the draft face-off, fight night, I thought that was one of the most fun.
And out of our 44 picks.
I was just going to say, go ahead, Shane.
One pick out of the 44 ended up in Chicago, and that was Phil's boy, Tevin Jenkins, on Phil's side. But out of the 44 selections, the Bears got one. But
unbelievable.
That was a good exercise.
Can't go wrong with that.
No,
not gonna go wrong.
But Phil, it's a perfect place. We're pushing 2 hours here. This is wrapping up. It's been an amazing 8 days, really, of coverage here at this network. And thank all of you guys. Coach, thanks for coming on with us. George, thanks for all your hard work with the tape. Phil, obviously, you know how I feel about you and everything that you've done here. But this is this is where we're kind of wrapping it up. And we love everybody, but we're gonna take a little break from all of you guys for a couple of days at least.
I'm from being live. I'm gonna start I'm gonna get to work.
That's a given. We're always going to be doing that, but we're talking about being live. We've been live. We've been live for 8 consecutive days and over 30 hours of content we've provided. And it's crazy.
But you guys, you're married.
That's what we were just going to say. Our wives.
And I can feel it right now from that next room over.
So I'm going to get to work on my DDP Justin Fields breakdown, and that'll be up. Obviously, Wednesday night, we're going to have a big show, just bringing these moments all back together and excitement. I don't know who the guest is off the top of my head. Even if we need a guest, there's so much to get through, but I'm sure we'll have some surprises. And then next week, we'll be back with X's with the O's on Saturday and Draft Mob on Sunday, breaking down more of these guys and getting it all out there for you guys. I'm going to try to get.
Should we do Larry?
We can do a bunch. I want to try to get through some of this stuff to really cover what they're doing. Obviously, we're going to start with the draft picks. So the only bad news we got is that Tunga's all 22 is not available. So we have to somehow find it. And he's been the only one really.
That Coastal Carolina. If we can get Coastal Carolina, we can get Marable and Tonga.
Yeah, so maybe we can get that from that game. Maybe Chris could work on that. That being said, we got a lot of music, as Rashad Kennedy, the music producer, has stated, as X's with the O's, Draft Mob, all of it. But we're going to end this show with the draft song.
Get yourself some rest, Phil and Shane.
I'm going to take a day off and then
love you guys
tomorrow morning. I love you, George. You have a great weekend. I want to wish all of you guys all the best in regards to this week. We love you guys. Please go out of your way at this point. The one thing to do, share all of the stuff that's on our YouTube page. Get people to sign up, become a patron. You guys are our family too. I don't just say that. I mean that. I hope you guys really understand that. Gil Gomez, Mike Williams, Rick Riggs, you guys, Jose, Bullets. There's so many of you. Coach Eric, there he is. Keep them wives happy. That's the most important. Happy wife, happy life, we say.
That's right. Next Sunday's Mother's Day. You don't go on the air on Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah. Geez, we might not have Draft Mob next. Maybe we do 2 shows on Saturday.
It's not Mother's Day in the UK, just to let you know.
We're going out for dinner, right? Next week. Yeah. So we're going to have fun. So probably not going to be there. So maybe we'll do Draft Mob on Saturday. I'll let everybody know. Well, we'll get to that. Thank you for the recap. Here is Dad. You want to have final Bears pillar pieces, dynamic players. We got a lot to look forward to. You'll be with us on Bears Hour Live.
I just want to thank you guys for putting up with me, for, interrupting you sometimes. I'm sorry about that. I did that to you, George. Today. I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize to me, Coach. I interrupt everybody.
George, me and you interrupt everyone. All is very polite.
There it is, Phil. Just say it.
Bear the fuck down.
Collaborate this. The Tape Never Lies network coverage of the NFL Draft starts now.
Draft day, round 1, the pick is in. Intangibles, hard hits, slinging pigskin. Chicago on the clock, pace on the chopping block. Pick smart, you maximize on your draft slot. Draft day, round 1, the pick is in. Intangibles, hard hits, slinging pigskin. Chicago on the clock, pace on the chopping block. Pick smart, maximize on your draft slot.
The tape never lies, realize potential ain't the way to go. Always draft football guys, the game is one up front. Rebuild the lines, we trading up for a QB, throwing dimes. The best analysis out there, and there's no debating. Nerves on this, collab crew, collaborating. Simple, take the guy that takes his freaking head off. TTNL with the coverage pace, loves his fucking ghetto.
The blog boys ride the nuts and study the swag. Flag route or the drag, we get to the bag. Left tackle or the slot, show me what you got. We need a quarterback and cornerback with draft stock. Cream of the crop, last season was a flop. Protect the red rocket in the 3-step drop. In the pocket, we need a big ugly. Nagy needs to be a coach and not buddy. Draft day, round 1, the pick is in. Intangibles, hard hits, slinging pigskin. Chicago on the clock, pace on the chopping block. Pick smart, you maximize on your draft slot. Draft day, round 1, the pick is in. Intangibles, hard hits, slinging pigskin. Chicago on the clock, pace on the chopping block. Pick smart, maximize on your draft slot.
Don't be bullshitting anybody. I'm telling you right now, you can't. Because it's going to show right up in that film, boy. Tape never lies. Never lies. Never lies. Never lies.